Hello YouTube and welcome back to essentially part one of the van. We're going to try and get all the wheel off, get all the brakes torn down and get all the new arm on and all the new brakes and everything back on. We'll probably just have a look at the exhaust as well, see if we can just take that off the van for now, just so it's not hanging on some zip ties. So yeah, these run on a torsion bar setup. So basically they have like a long tube that runs the length of the van. If you don't know what they are, they have like little splines on the end and the arms are lined up with the splines. So basically if you wanted to lower the van, you can just unbolt it all here, you take it off the splines, rotate it ever so slightly, put it back on, and then when you bring the van back down on the floor, it'll be lowered. Now we're changing the arm. So normally when you take these off, you'd put like a little bit of Tipex on them, or you can knock it with a chisel or something like that, just to put a mark in the torsion bar and a mark on the arm. But because we're changing it, we can't do that. And we need to get the new arm to go back on as straight as possible, basically, so the van's not lopsided. So obviously when it comes to taking it all off and when we come up, put it back on, we're going to have to take quite a few measurements and try and actually get this lined up with where it should be. So that may take a little while, unfortunately, but I'm hoping that I can just get it in one or two sittings. But yeah, as I say, we've got new hubs, new spindles. The new brakes are already on there. You'll see them in a second. We've got that brake pipe to sort out as well. That needs to be shortened and then all clipped into the arm. And we've got a brand new wheel. Well, it's a brand new second-hand wheel that I've managed to find. And I've got a brand new tyre on it to match the other three. So yeah, the idea is I want to try and get it on the floor as a rolling van, preferably by the end of this video. And then we can then concentrate on all of the bodywork, hopefully starting tomorrow. So today is the 22nd of December, and I call back to work on the 6th of December. 6th of January. So yeah, that's the time frame that we need to try and get as much done as we can. So yeah, probably stop talking now and get to work. Right, yeah, so yeah, we've got a couple of new tools I forgot to mention in the last video, just to try and again help us along and speed up the process of doing the repairs. So this is the spot welding drill. One second, I'm just in the camera. So yeah, this is the drill. So it's the idea supposedly behind it is that it saves the drill bits, doesn't burn through them as quickly. So basically when you pull the trigger, this piece here actually pushes out. And it's supposed to be that this will touch the panel before it starts to spin, and it's supposed to save the drill bits. Makes them a lot easier to drill and supposedly makes it so it doesn't drill through both layers. We'll see. Yeah, I've got a normal drill with normal spot welding drill bits, and the drill bits, they're not great. You know, you burn through them reasonably easy. These are tungsten carbide ones. So the drill bits are expensive. These are about £80 for one drill bit. So I'm hoping that will go through the whole van and I don't have to replace them. That one's just a hole punch and creates the little lip on the panels just in case we need it. I just picked it up as a just in case. Clecos, so we just picked up a set of them. Again, just in case I need them. And then we've just got some clamps and magnets. Again, just to try and help hold things in place. I've got nobody here with me, so it's just myself. And then the spot welder. So again, nothing there special. It's just a simple little spot welder I picked up, and yeah, I'm hoping that it just does. Even if I get this job out of it, I'll be quite happy. So yeah, that's the new tools that we've got. Yeah, so let's get back to working on the van. So we're starting with just taking the wheel off. Nice and simple, just 5 19mm bolts. Once the wheel off, we can have a look at getting the centre hub nut off, which is a 46mm, and taking off the shock absorber. The drum isn't actually held on by anything other than the wheel. I think it is supposed to have like a little 13mm in there, but it's never on it. As you can see, it's already had all new shoes on there, new cylinder. There is a new wheel bearing in the hub as well. Obviously that'll be staying on. So we're just changing over the backing plate, obviously the actual swing arm, and the stub axle, sorry. The stub axle was basically it's where the bolts go into the back of the stub axle from the drive shaft are just all old and rusted. So when we come try and put the new bolts in there, they just didn't go in. Obviously it's a van that I'm keeping, so I'd rather make sure that everything's just new and it's in good condition. So yeah, basically that's about it. The brake pipe, as you can see there, I just did a temporary one when it was on the drive just to make it move. And the drive shaft coming off now. It needs a set of new CV boots, but they are a special order for this vehicle. I can't just use a standard CV boot on them, unfortunately. So we'll get them ordered probably between Christmas and New Year. Hopefully they'll turn up, but if not, it's not that big of a job to do after Christmas. Right guys, everything's as stripped down as it needs to be now. So all the hub, shock absorber, drive shaft, everything's out the way. I've just found another little bit of damage that I didn't know about, so I'll show you that in a second. So yeah, basically now it's just getting this arm off. I say it's just basically the 4 bolts under there. I don't know whether there's another bolt under there or not, but yeah, essentially this is it. So we've just got to take some measurements now. Obviously that's it in, well, I mean, it's pretty much just sat on there. But yeah, we'll just take a couple of measurements just to make sure. So when we put the new one back on, it goes back in the same place. So yeah, it's coming apart reasonably easy. So most of it, all of this stuff that I've just taken off is essentially what I put on to start with. And then we've just got the arm under here to change, which is only 1 bolt at the back here. Just flip the camera. What I found, if you can see. Right. 1 second. Right, so yes, notice that there's that's a bit wonky. So when you look under there, the actual gearbox mount itself is broken. Now there's a little bit of wetness at the back here, so I'm hoping it hasn't actually damaged the gearbox. So it looks like it's leaking from there, to be fair. So I think that's just the gear linkage, like the input shaft. So I'm hoping that's just like a little seal on the end there that I can change. Maybe because it's on a bit of an angle. Obviously it's dropped down on this back end, so it might be just putting a bit of strain on that. I'm not sure, but yeah, we'll have a look at that at some point. Get some parts ordered and obviously sort that out. So yeah, we now need a gearbox mounting and hopefully just a seal for that. And then we need a pair of CV boots as well for the drive shaft that we took off. Both of them are ripped. I knew that anyway, I forgot about them. But yeah, we need to order a set of them. So yeah, just get this arm off, get some measurements done and see what happens. Right guys, so obviously this is the old arm off on this side, and obviously the second arm one we've got. Don't know if you can really make it out too much. It looks like it's got a small bend in it from here, and it's like a very faint bend, and then as it gets to about here, there's a bit of a kink on the end. But yeah, it's not major, but obviously that's enough to make the wheel look like it's sitting like that. So yeah, we've took some measurements. It's no fun. Get the new one back on. So yeah, I'll get this one back on because it's a bit of a fiddly one. You can't see anything because I'm literally stood in the way. So I'll get this one back on, and then I'll show you the actual spline setup and how it works. Right guys, new arm's back on. I'm hoping it's in the right place. I've changed this arm as well. It was just 1 bolt underneath. So just a quick one, show you the multi-spline setup on it. So this is what the torsion bars are. So this is the torsion bar in the middle, and as I say, it sits on these splines. So basically if you wanted to lower the van, what you do is you take this off, you mark it up, take it off, and then basically you just rotate it round slightly. So basically if your mark's here, you just rotate it round to say like your mark's around here, and then when you put it back on the floor, it just means that the van's lower. The fronts don't work like that. The fronts are on a completely different setup. So it's nice and easy to lower the back end if you wanted to. Nightmare to lower the front. The usual story, especially when it comes to Volkswagens. But yeah, basically that's just it. So I'll throw all the other stuff back on. I won't film it because there's not really much. It's just the reverse of what you've just seen. Just a hub to put on, new drum, new shoes, and so on. So yeah, we'll get that put back on, and I'll just sort of stop and show you little bits in between. So yeah, I'll see you in a second. Right guys, as you can see, everything's pretty much back together. Obviously all the new brakes are on, new hub, new stub axle. See this arm and the other arm inside, and I've also redone the brake pipe, so that's all routed correctly. Comes through like a little grommet that's in the hub. So yeah, it's basically just put the drum back on. We've got the shock absorber to put on. I think that's it on the back. Oh, on the drive shaft, which I obviously need to get sorted. CV boots for, and then this back corner's done. So I'll get this finished off, and I'll change the 3 track rods and drag link on the front. So we'll set the camera up for that, show you what's involved in that. And then yeah, mechanical wise, it's basically done. It's back as a decent rolling van again. So then tomorrow we'll come back in and start putting all of this off. So yeah, I'll get this back together and then we'll set the camera up at the front and I'll show you exactly what's involved in the front end. And I'll see you in a second. Right guys, I don't know how good you're going to get quality wise under here. So we're just taking this arm off and this arm off. So it's just the 2 track rod ends basically. This one's bent like a banana, so yeah, we've just got brand new ones of them. I've not got a whole lot of room under here, so unfortunately I can't do much about the camera quality. As you can see now, we're just whizzing off the 2 track rod ends. Nice simple, just 4 bolts and they come off. Just a quick run on the gearbox where the leak was. I did actually find a small crack in the back of the gearbox. I will try and get some pictures and videos up for you in one of the next videos. But yeah, it's looking like possibly may need a new gearbox. Right guys, sorry for the poor quality underneath. I say unfortunately I am on my hands and knees under here. I can't get the height. So yeah, these 2 are now on. So it just needs to go off for tracking once obviously complete. So we've got the 2 main ones on, and then the other one, there's one more which is under there, which is the drag link. It's in pretty good condition, but I'll change it anyway. But it's probably not going to be today, because you've got to take all of this off to get to it, and it's getting late now, so I think I'm done for today. So yeah, thumbs up if you like the video. Say I can only apologise for the quality on this one. It's not great because I just haven't got the working room for it. But yeah, give us a thumbs up and a follow and a like, and I'll catch you in the next video, the next part of this van. Thanks for watching.